Uh, I don't think keeping a 5-lander is something that in a deck that has so many creatures in it is something that should like hamper you to like not be able to play the game. I don't think that that's even fair. The last game I played, all I did was draw nothing but lands, right? I kept a 5-lander. I was like, all right, well, I have 24 lands in the deck, and I know it now because MTG, Untapped GG, was like, you only have 24 lands in the deck. I pulled, how many lands? I pulled out 70% of the lands that were in the deck. And I only saw 3 non-land cards. It was pretty sick. Pretty fucking sick. But this is the most I've played in a while. So, like, I quit playing for a very long time because I kind of got tired of, like, the shuffler being crap for the most part. Alright, 24 lands. I do have 5, or 24 lands in the deck. I have 5 of them. And I don't really have anything. I have some removal, but I don't really have any of my creatures. Okay, well, that's beautiful, right? This is the second cat deck I played in a row, too, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, there's not much I can really do because I guess I just hit all of my removal. But I guess I'd be bitching if I didn't hit any removal, so let's play this tap land because yes. Wait, what the fuck? I didn't choose that card. I just killed this dude, but like I just fucking all I had was removal and 2 creatures and then all lands, and it's crazy because I only have 24 lands in the deck, right? So it just doesn't make any sense that I would just kind of be stuck with just 2 creatures. 1 piece of removal would have completely disrupted my gameplay. Just 1 piece of removal. So, and one of my creatures was a 1-drop. The other one was a 3-drop, and then everything else was like blast a creature, blast a creature, blast a creature, which is great. You want to have that, but like I'm a creature deck, right? I have so many creatures in the deck, and I drew just kind of my removal, and I still won the game, but still, it blows my fucking mind to the back of the arena that somehow I just kind of just keep on getting like, yep, I can't keep this hand. I have 2 fucking Gulta Primal Hungers. I only have 2 in the fucking deck. The odds of drawing them both in an opening hand is just fucking ridiculous when I have nothing but lands in my hand. Now I have 2 lands. So here's my theory. I'm going to keep this 2-lander, and I'm not going to see any more lands. And that's basically how it's going to be. It's generally how the game performs. For me, specifically, if I see a 2-lander, I am cursed to only be able to play with the 2 lands. I threw away a Soul Immolation, and I drew a Soul Immolation. So there's 1 at the bottom of my deck and 1 in my hand right now. So very crazy. I mean, I kind of need it because my opponent is definitely doing that life. He's just doing like a life gain deck. Like every card in this deck is like a Johnny. So I'm just like, yeah, I just gotta kind of stop them from gaining life or having cards to gain life so the Ajani's don't come in and be giant. And then somehow I managed to hit every tap land in the deck. Every land I've played so far has been a tap land. I don't know what the fuck to do, right? Like, it was like, play less tap lands. I do. I run into the exact problem of, oh yeah, I do have tap lands, but my tap lands don't really tap for a lot of mana. I don't really get them. Let's put it that way. Oh. He almost made the same mistake as last time. Unfortunately, I'm not drawing any of my high power creatures. I'm just stuck with a 1-drop and a 2-drop. And then I have 5 lands. I started off with 2. And then I've drawn nothing but it. And I have Soul Immolation that can kill one of his creatures, but really isn't going to do me any good. Because I can't deal enough damage to his creatures because I don't have a creature with a high enough toughness. And I can't play Soul Immolation right now. Mainly because it's 5 mana and I don't have a... I finally hit a big enough creature to slow him down. But unfortunately, not much else I can do with this. So... Alright, he's going to try to give Ajani hexproof. Okay, I finally hit a big creature. I board wiped him with the card that I was complaining about. And dropped him down to 1 life. And I have an 8/8 and a 1/1. Wow. For a life gain deck, he didn't do too well. He only had 3 lands. I bet you he's running like 16. But every land I played that game, every land came into play tapped except for 1. And it's a pain land, a land I had to pay to create mana with. And I know you're like, that sounds bad. And I'm complaining, and I won that game. But, like, I don't fucking understand how I won that game. Ugh, that's why I don't boot up this game. It's depressing. I don't have so here's the thing, right? I have a 14% chance of getting a 1-drop mana dork in this deck. 14% in my opening hand. I never get them in the opening hand. I like to say that Llanowar Elf always shows up kind of late to the party. Like, I'll always get one on like turn 3 or turn 4. I just don't get anything else after that, so... Dude, get down! You puked all over the place. Okay, guy plays Leyline Axe as a pre-game. So yeah, I played 3 straight games with against life gain decks. So this is another Ajani deck that I'm playing against. Oh, this one's got angels in it. Okay. Johnny gets to get 2 counters and makes himself a 6 or 5/5 flyer. Yep. Well, tap land, big old dinosaur, swing for 5, I guess. This guy's got 3 mana, by the way. He is like pounding me, and well, I mean, I'm at 20 life, but he just played another Exemplar of Light, which comes in with 2 counters. He gains a bunch of life, draws 2 cards, and yes, his flying Johnnies are killing me. Oh, okay. Kind of. Okay, yeah, I combat tricked him, and he just fucking lost all of his flyers that were huge. Restoration Angel comes in pretty big. Okay. He gains a little bit of life. He once again gains more life and gets another blocker. Pulling himself out of the danger zone. And he gave up. But that's because I played another Imperial Regisaur, giving all of my guys +1/+1. And they were just going to run over his angels. Which is funny. I'm bitching about this guy he had a nut draw. And I just outpaced him. And that's it. That's all I did was I outpaced him by so little. Let's drop your life total back below 25, shall we? Yeah, I guess everybody's playing just the Johnny variant. That's why I like to call all the cards that gain counters from you gaining life. He's trying to make a decision whether or not he's going to block with his Angel of Vitality or just take the damage. Okay, he draws a card, gets a counter. Gonna swing and get another counter, I guess. Nope. Okay. This is actually gonna be hilarious because I would not have done this if not for this. 2, 3, 4. You can take some counters, bro. Yes, kill all your creatures. Bam, bam, bam. Boom! Yeah, I made my creature weaker, but he has no creatures now. He had a whole network of things that were going to gain him life, and I just blew through all of them with a one-sided board wipe. And he gave up. That's all it took. That's all it fucking took. That's horrible. That's horrible. Nah, hey, there's a card in standard right now that's being slept on called Soul Immolation. It is a red card. You put -1/-1 on one of your creatures, and all of your opponents get -1/-1 counters. They permanently have the -1/-1 counters. And your opponent takes damage equal to the counters that you put on it. So, like, say, for instance, if I put out a creature that is a 5 mana 8/8, and I do -8, all of their creatures take -8, -8, and then they take 8 damage. It's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see if I can't make Hazoret great again in standard, because I've been trying to make this stupid Hazoret thing work forever, but I can't. It's either A, I can't hit max speed, or B, they have like fucking Seam Rip, because he's 2 mana. If this Hazoret was 3 mana, he would be amazing. Ah, shit, I fucking skipped that. I'm an idiot. I could have dealt 1 extra damage, which probably will matter in the late game, because he's playing an Ugin deck, and I have to kill this guy fast. Yeah, he's trying to get his Ugin out fast. Alright. Fudge it. Let's go. Take 6. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. So he's gonna try to gain some life, draw a card. Okay. Alright, so Ugin's probably coming down next turn. Yeah. Okay. Okay, he's down to 3 life, so when he Ugins, he's going to take out one of my creatures, and then I can hit him with a haste creature. Yep. So he can only really gain 3 life. He could possibly exile all of my stuff, yeah. Yep. He's cooked. I didn't give him time to breathe. I probably should have said fuck his creatures and just went directly for damage to him so I can kill him faster. But instead, I'm just over here like cooking right now. But I'm about to hang up on you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Sorry, I was talking to my brother. About to get off of here anyways. Alright. Well, Mr. Ugin guy. Ugin wall. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll pop this down. Tap this, give this guy. I think he's got me this time because there's not much I can do to get past this. Because every card in his deck is a artifact, so he will just melt through me with one drop.
One step in the strategy. The wise heed my advice. Do not bring chaos here.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna use this thing on me, but he did do that, so yeah. Yeah, there's nothing I could do there. I wasn't fast enough to deal with him.
Knowledge is a virtue.
Alright, so, yeah, he's just playing a bunch of, free spells. I got greedy with this, so that wasn't that great. I can take out Torch the Tower, which isn't going to do anything, or Scorching Dragonfire, which also isn't going to do anything. We'll do Bolt Waves, because they're cheap, and he does have a lot of artifacts, and I think I can get his low mana rocks and catch those. And that's good. So that's the strategy. I was fast enough to get him in game 1. Game 2, he just had, like, turn sequences on me. So I didn't have a decent enough one drop to try to get in there. And I started building speed very late. I do wish that you could build speed on both turns, yours and your opponent's turn, which would make speed actually viable. But it takes 4 turns to get max. Well, not 4 turns, but pretty close to 4 turns to get max speed. Like, if you got a good enough haste creature that will, like, pump up your speed by 2, you're in a very great position. But if not doing you so well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump this guy up so I can do a little bit more damage. So he can only use Ugin just the once, which he doesn't have enough mana to play Ugin right now. And any board wipe he uses can't deal with Hazard either. There you go. That's adorable. Gleaming barrier. Okay. Adorable. Alright, so I just realized that I could just bypass him and deal enough damage. I didn't give him enough time. Actually, to be honest with you, I think he probably could have turned the corner on it. It wouldn't have mattered if I would have pumped him up. Well, I guess I would have killed this the one guy. He would have he had to take 5. That's basically what would happen. He'd either take 5 or take 6. Those are his options, and he didn't have enough life capital to cover it. So yeah, and I just got in faster than he was. Yeah, run away. That is the last one, and I'm out. I really want Hazard to work, but I don't really have a great shelf for him. Yes, I won that one, but it was only by sheer luck. And I'm not even playing ranked right now, so yeah. Nah, we'll stop it.